Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about my top 5 anticipated video games of 2020. The first one is Robotics Notes Elite. I've been waiting for this particular game ever since I completed Steins Gate Zero back in 2017. That's like 3 whole years. I'm glad, so happy this game's finally getting officially translated next year. Yeah, as you can see, my science fiction visual novels are my favorite kind of visual novels, and let me read a little synopsis of the game so you guys can get a little interest out of it. In the near future, the phone droid, a device which features augmented reality, has risen in popularity in Tanegashima. On that island, Central Tanegashima's Robot Research Club is about to have their club disbanded. Despite their predicament, Kaito Yoshio, one of only 2 members in the robot club, couldn't care less and would rather play a robot fighting game. His counterpart, a reckless club leader, Akio Shinomiya, ignores Kaito as he strives to keep the club from being disbanded by completing their giant robot. One day, for some odd reason, Kaito finds an AR augmented reality annotation titled Kibajima Report. It contains details about a plot involving the entire world written by a man named Ko Kibojima. Okay then, what interests me is this last line right here. The last line I read. The plot involving the entire world. Apparently an AR device contains a plot involving the entire world. And that's what really is sparking my interest with this visual novel. I can't wait to play it next year. The next game I'm waiting for is the Persona 5 The Royal. This game is the Kingdom Hearts 2 final mix of Persona 5. It has new gameplay elements and story elements I'm really excited for. I'm especially interested in Kazumi Yoshizawa. I'm particularly interested in her story in Persona 5 The Royal. I haven't seen any trailer. No, I actually seen a few seconds of a reveal trailer, but I don't think I'm really hoping that there are some interesting surprises with her character within the game. I'm also kind of excited to see what moves she's gonna have in the game. It says this is a traditional RPG. I'm not too much interested in that. Okay, so generally, I'm looking forward to the improvements the game is gonna have. Like for example, in the Royal, every time the battle ends, the MO you lost will be regained. So you'll be able to use them more often. Isn't that neat? Well, in other words, this game is pretty much a reimagining of the original. Can't wait to see what it is next year. Okay, the third most anticipated game I have for next year is The Last of Us Part 2. This is my most anticipated adventure video game. I'm mostly looking forward to the story with this one. I'm not too interested with the gameplay, much like Persona 5 The Royal. And as you can guess, this is a sequel to the game that released back in like 2013, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me go ahead and read a small synopsis of this game's story. 5 years after their dangerous journey across the post-pandemic United States, Ellie and Joe have settled down in Jackson, Wyoming. Living amongst a thriving community of survivors has allowed them peace and stability, despite the constant threat of the infected and other more desperate survivors. When a violent event disrupts that peace, Ellie embarks on a relentless journey to carry out justice and find closure. As she hunts those responsible one by one, she is confronted with the devastating physical and emotional repercussions of her actions. That's an interesting bit of story right there. Yeah, as we all know, we're gonna play as her, which is pretty awesome. If I remember correctly, we played as her in the original game. But we mostly played as Joel. But it seems she's gonna be the main character in the sequel, by the looks of it. So I'm looking forward to how she sees things. Next year, of course. Okay, the second most anticipated game I'm looking forward to in 2020 is Tales of Arise. I've been waiting for this next installment in the Tales series since I beat Tales of Vesperia. This is actually since 2018. So for me, it was a 2-year wait. For others, they think it's 3 years. I've seen like a trailer or two, I think. I noticed that this game has, of course, since it's a Tales game, it will have similar moves from previous games. That's pretty neat. And obviously, they're sticking to being an action RPG, or else they wouldn't be a Tales game, you know? Let me read a synopsis of this game to spark up some interest. On the planet Donna, reverence has always been given to Rena, the planet in the sky, as a land of the righteous and divine. Stories handed down for generations become truth and masks reality for the people of Donna. For 300 years, Rena has ruled over Donna, pillaging the planet of its resources and stripping people of their dignity and freedom. Our tale begins with two people born on different worlds, each looking to change their fate and create a new future, featuring a new cast of characters, updated combat, and crafted tales of gameplay mechanics. Experience the next chapter in the world famous Tales of series, Tales of Arise. Okay, the most anticipated, the game I'm looking forward to the most next year is Final Fantasy VII Remake. The previous Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 15, got me so hyped. I'm wondering what they changed gameplay wise to make it good. Actually, I know what they did. I think this game is part action RPG and part traditional RPG, I believe. I could be a little wrong there. But I know they made the game so it functions like a traditional RPG, so people who like traditional RPG gameplay will like the gameplay. It's kind of, you can switch between the two. Switch between action and real time. Not action in real time. Action and traditional. Can't wait to experiment with the both of them. Even though I'm not much of a traditional RPG fan. Oh yeah, the fact that this game is an action RPG is the reason why I'm so hyped for it. If this game was announced as a traditional RPG, I wouldn't be so interested in it. Oh yeah, the visuals for this game is freaking magnificent. I mean, just look at it. This game looks so realistic, but at the same time it's real stylized. The game has a semi-realistic art style, and I absolutely love it. This game, much like Persona 5 The Royal, is a reimagining. Maybe not reimagining. A better word to say for this is, you know what, fire truck it is. It's just a reimagining of the original. Because I remember somewhere, I think, in an article or in a YouTube video that I think there are new platforms, I believe. Maybe small little things, I'm not completely sure. I'm sure they added new boss. They definitely added new bosses to the remake. I honestly do not know much about the story, but I have heard of the Aerith. The spoil about Aerith from the thanks to people on Twitter. I gotta thank them. I know what happens to her, but I won't say it on here because that's super inconsiderate. Other than that specific plot point, I don't know much about this game's story, and I'm looking forward to it next year, on March 3rd, 2020. If you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.